Namaste, good evening. Okay, 2 mantras, Sahana Vavatu, Astoma, together. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viyankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Asato Ma Satkamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Page number 31. The second paragraph. I will read out, please listen. You need not write in the newspapers, you need not go about lecturing. Your very face will shine. If you live in a cave, your thoughts will permeate even through the rock walls, will go vibrating all over the world for hundreds of years, maybe until they will fasten onto some brain and work out there. Such is the power of the thought. Such is the power of thought, of sincerity, and of purity of purpose. After returning from the West, Swamiji was traveling from Colombo to Almora. In that process, Swamiji stayed 9 days in Madras. One day, Swamiji, he gave around 7 lectures in 9 days. In those lectures, one of the lectures Swamiji told in Victoria Hall, my plan of campaign. In that lecture, Swamiji told this. In my plan of campaign, Swamiji was telling about in the beginning how he had suffered by theosophists. They did not help him, rather they troubled him. Not only that, Swamiji also cleared so many hardships that he had faced. So, after that, Swamiji was telling about Indian reforms, how reformation should take place, Sangha Samskarana, how it should take place. Several people in the history, they did not study deeply about our history, so they did not know the glory of India, in which around thousands of years ago itself, the problem was solved. By spiritual reformation only, India will revive. The new India will be built. It's not by the social reforms. All the social reforms are just like changing the outer side. Outside environment, it is changing. Whereas the spiritual reform is root and branch reform. If you adjust the root until its branch, that means all parts of the tree, and that means all parts of the society will be reformed. That's why Swamiji again and again insisted about this. And in the paragraph that we have read just now on 31 page number 31, the last line is the most important thing, And why Swamiji told about that? Because if India gets political freedom, all these problems will get solved, they thought. But in that process, Swamiji told them he was also a patriot. But his patriotism is, he had his own ideal of patriotism. About that, he said some fiery words that really shoots to the present day needs of the young people. So I will just read out. They talk of patriotism. I believe in patriotism, and I also have my own ideal of patriotism. Three things are necessary for great achievements. First, feel from the heart. What is in the intellect or reason? It goes a few steps and there it stops. But through the heart comes inspiration. Love opens the most impossible gates. Love is the gate to all the secrets of the universe. Feel, therefore, my would-be reformers, my would-be patriots. Do you feel? Do you feel that millions and millions of the descendants of gods and sages have become next-door neighbors to brutes? Do you feel that millions are starving today and millions have been starving for ages? Do you feel that ignorance has come over the land as dark cloud? Does it make you restless? Does it make you sleepless? Has it gone into your blood, coursing through your veins, becoming consonant with your heartbeats? Has it made you almost mad? Are you seized with that one idea of the misery of ruin? And have you forgotten all about your name, your fame, your wives, your children, your property, even your own bodies? Have you done that? That is the first step to become a patriot. Feeling for the countrymen is most important. The helping hand one has to render, not preparing the theories or formulas or rules and regulations. But in those days, those people, the reformers, were lecturing. They were more concerned about the lecturing and writing articles in the newspapers. That's why Swamiji said that this last paragraph. In that process, Swamiji mentioned about the three things that are necessary for the great achievements. At that time, people were thinking that it is India's freedom. Even for that India's freedom also, feeling for the countrymen is very much important. What kind of words Swamiji used? Is it making you sleepless? Is it making you restless? Are you forgetting about your family and your family members in the thought of helping your poor and your countrymen? They are starving for ages. They are dying in front of you. Hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people are dying every day in want of food. Without helping them, some reformation, some rule or some regulation, if they pass, what is the use? Where are the people? They are dying now. And ignorance has covered our people as a dark cloud. They do not know what to do. They do not know what is right education. And second thing is, you may feel then, but instead of spending your energies in frothy talk, have you found any way out, any practical solution? There was no practical solution at all. It was all of them were discussing. Those are only theories that did not yield any benefits. And finally, Swamiji telling about the steadfastness. If you believe in something, if India has to be deluged with the ideas of spiritual, after that only social reform will come, not before that. That has to take place. If India requires freedom, I can give it tomorrow, but where are the people to protect it, to save it? Swamiji said this in 1902, before 1902 itself. If you want freedom, I can give it tomorrow itself. But where are the people? And Swamiji himself prophesied, India will attain political freedom within 50 years. But today's requirement is the spiritual freedom. The freedom of the soul is very much required. Because India has achieved political freedom, everybody are becoming literates, and all the knowledge of the scriptures is available for everybody in their hands, isn't it? But where are the people? Where are the people sincere to backbone to live up to the truths that are mentioned in the scriptures? Who will give their life for the highest ideal? Even after India's independence, after 75 years of India's independence. Here, the last paragraph I will leave. Have you got the will to surmount mountain high obstructions? If the whole world against you, sword in hand, if the whole world stands against you, sword in hand, would you still dare to do what you think is right? If your wives and children are against you, if all your money goes, your name dies, your wealth vanishes, would you still stick to it? Would you still pursue it and go on steadily towards your own goal? That kind of steadfastness we require. When we have that kind of steadfastness, then even if we sit in a cave with the highest ideal in our mind, in our heart, then that will permeate through the rock walls, and that will create a tremendous influence, and that will go vibrating the world, and they will reach, those vibrations will reach to the able people, and they will fasten to their brains, and from there they will work out. One need not present their ideas through newspapers or lectures. One should meditate deeply about the purpose of the goal, about the sincerity and about the purity of the purpose, and they are in the form of your power of thought. That's why cultivating good habits, seeking good, and doing good, and being good. Doing good and being good, that is the whole of the religion. So, man's thoughts have tremendous power. One should utilize them in a proper way to think about highest ideal. Okay? Then only some change will happen in the society and in our lives also. Okay? Have a wonderful evening. Please post to class.